So if anyone would like to answer the question, what's the point of sitting her on a stage and making her wear pro-Palestinian bracelets and a necklace?
Can I have teeny
and sign
tiny
a piece of
violins
paper?
in the there's
Can
one.
anyone answer that question?
Tiny
I know
violin.
Bella wants to not like scapegoat her.
That's because it's simple. When they did it in front of Sinwad's home, and they wore Palestinian outfits and have a Palestinian Hamas certificate with a goodie bag. It really shows, and if you read the background where it actually showed symbols of Israeli symbols that resemble Yazidism, and they compared you guys to Nazis, you don't understand the point. The point is it showed the world that who are the real Yazidis here is you guys. Like, do you know how embarrassing it is for Israelis, for the Israeli government to sit and watch their hostages on the stage getting a Hamas certificate and a goodie bag? Like, I know you guys think, oh, what are you guys going to get from that? What are you guys going to get from that? You got the whole world to watch age group members that are not even a military to mock you live on television. That's the whole point. That is the whole point, if you really think about it. I mean, there is no point to it if you're like, if it was, I mean, what's the point of getting a certificate? I mean, there is no point to it if you're like, if it was, I mean, what's the point of getting a certificate from H group or a goodie bag or wearing their outfit? There's no point. But the point is, look at how the world looked at the Israeli government. Like, okay, and they made sure to make the world see the destruction that Israel caused. Like, look at the destruction that Israel caused in Gaza. Now, when the world sees people like pro-Israelis, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, on how they mock the Gazans living in tents, and then they see a street full of H group members with Israeli weapons. You remember that? Did you see how they were zooming into their weapons just to show that, look, we have Israeli weapons, which means they were whooping your ass on the ground. But look what the Israelis did, and they were making sure to to let the world see the destruction that Israel caused. And all they had to do is negotiate with H group from day one instead of rejecting negotiations on releasing their hostages. And it showed when they were walking her out. This is how you guys made it seem. Oh, look how scared she was. Look how scared she was. They were blocking the people from attacking the hostage, because those people that are trying to attack the hostage, you need to understand that they lost an entire family from the registry. Son, daughter, mother, father, sister, brother. They lost them. So it's natural for these people to want to attack those hostages. But then H group showed the world that we don't even let our own people come near the hostages. That's why they had them all blocked, and they made sure that and of course she's going to be scared, because she saw how pissed and angry these people are from her government. Do you not see what the world is seeing, bro? I mean, you can sit here and tell us that, you know what, oh, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. It's not gonna get worse, bro. What you guys did in Gaza only made you verify the fact that you guys are Yazidis. The smile on the hostage's face, the way she was smiling, and thanking H group for, imagine a hostage thanking H group on national television for protecting them from Israeli bombardment, moving them from one area to another, trying to protect them from Israeli bombardment. You can say whatever you want to say, but you prove to the world that you guys rejected hostage deals. You guys could have avoided all this destruction, negotiated with the H group, because at first they were 30,000. Now you have 60,000, including 25,000 orphans that are not even in H group yet, that will become part of H group because of your occupation. Why are we going to lie to each other and say, oh, no, you actually prove to the world that you are the T's, not them. And then to top it all off, you guys want to suggest that they go to either Egypt or Jordan. That made it worse for you guys, because you really labeled yourself as a genocidal, ethnic cleansing entity. This is who you guys are. It's not them. When you see the people cheering in Gaza after all this destruction, only shows that they are the people of the land and you are the occupier. So that whole we were there 3,000 years ago, it's not even, nobody's buying it, bro. Even if you were, people who are indigenous to a land will not destroy holy sites. You want to see what the world is seeing? People from the land will not uproot trees that are older than the Roman Empire. People from the land will not do what Israel is doing in Palestine. People of the land will not destroy civilian holy sites, schools, hospitals, and start advertising for foreigners to come build projects, to start a business. That is an occupation. That is not someone who's indigenous to the land. This is the difference. What they did yesterday was it only exposed Israel on how vile and genocidal maniacs they are. That's it. It's not about who won or who lost. Yes, you did win decimating Gaza, if you consider that a victory. Yes, you did win unaliving children, if that's considered a victory. Yes, you did win destroying hospitals and making sure that these people don't get medical attention. Yes, you did win. Yes, you did win by blocking humanitarian aid and starving people, having them eating animal feed and leaves from the tree. Yes, you did win. If you consider this a victory, yes, you won. Yes, you won. And this is why when you guys brag about tents and about how children are starving, and with them showing your symbols, you really labeled yourself as a Yahtzee, whether you like it or not. You ran away. You made it seem like you ran away from the Yahtzees, only for the Palestinians to witness new Yahtzees in Palestine demonstrating what happened in World War II to the Palestinians. This is exactly what you've done in the past 15 months. Why do you think Israel is pissed off? Why do you think Ben Gvir, Smoke Ribs, or Smotrich, they resigned? Smotrich had to come back. Why do you think they resigned? Why do you think the Knesset, when you looked in the Knesset, people were walking out crying? Why do you think your Israeli sources said it's the first time in history that Israel loses to a bunch of flip-flops, people in flip-flops, and they don't even have a military? Why would you think all those people, but then from the arrogance that you guys have, you make it seem like, no, we're still winning. Winning what? Winning what? Advocating to ethnically cleanse people to Egypt and Jordan after you decimated their area, your city, their city? Advocating for what? Watching children crying over losing their mother and father and claiming them to be H group? Advocating for what? That you crushed H group only to find out even Anthony Blinken said they're double what they used to be. What the fuck did you guys do? What is it that you guys did? Where is your accomplishment? Who released your hostages? They gave you back your hostages with certificates and goodie bags. That's embarrassing. You guys should have negotiated with H group from day one and saved all this embarrassment. Nobody here is cheering for H group. Nobody here is cheering for IDF. At the end of the day, we do have 50,000 people that were unalived because of your genocidal government. Nobody here is bragging that Palestinian won. The only thing that we won is political view, the way people are seeing it, public opinion. This is what people want. We're not talking about victory when it comes to military. Of course we can't beat Israel when it comes to military, if that's what you guys are bragging about. You know what made it even worse? is when Trump came, you guys start bragging about a foreign country that watch when Trump is going to come, what he will do. Do you know how embarrassing that looks for Israel that claims to be the most powerful country in the Middle East, while they got their asses whooped by age group members that have no military? You know how many times USA asked Israel to just chill the fuck out and don't start shit with Iran? Because in reality, behind closed doors, you're getting your asses whooped by age group. What makes you want to bump heads with the big boy? And then they want to talk shit about Turkey. They want to talk shit about Egypt. What the fuck is going on? You guys exposed yourself. You exposed your weakness. You exposed the fact that you can't do shit without America. That's why you're always bragging about Trump. Before Trump won the elections, you guys were bragging about Kamala Harris. Like the world doesn't know that 80% of American Jews voted for Kamala Harris. Now all of a sudden Trump is president. Now you guys are kissing Trump's ass. Only shows that you guys have no loyalty. You guys are not loyal to anyone. Whatever. You guys don't like Trump because you can't control Trump. Trump doesn't like Bibi Netanyahu. He does have an agenda that he wants to follow in terms of supporting Israel. To a certain extent, he's going to say, fuck you. America first. You don't want a president that says America first. You make it seem like you love Trump, but you don't love Trump. American Jews are still crying because Kamala Harris lost the elections. It's not about bragging like, oh my God, look, look, we're winning. Oh, look at you guys. Look at us. What? You're making fun of people you're occupying. They're sitting there with flip-flops, and you have military uniforms, but you're trying to convince the world that this dude from a military uniform that came from Ukraine or Russia is actually indigenous to this land, and these Arabs that live in Arab regions in the Middle East and around Arab countries are Arabs. And obviously they're Arabs because they live in the Middle East. The majority of the Middle East are Arabs. I'm sorry if you guys thought it was European country that you guys occupied, but that's not the point. And I'm sorry you guys are trying to convince the world that you're indigenous to a tribe that was formulated in the 1800s and became a kingdom. All of a sudden that you guys are indigenous to that land, so it justifies you unaliving people that been on that land before your fucking tribe ever existed. You guys need to wake up. It's not about Israel and Palestine anymore. It's not about who's winning. It's not an arm wrestling match. You guys need to burst out of the bubble, the whole David and Goliath thing, because you guys are the Goliath here. The Palestinians are David. When you see a little child throwing a rock at a tank, that's fucking David right there. When you see people in tunnels, that's fucking David right there. You're the fucking Goliath, evil creature in Palestine, terrorizing the entire country because you think you have a right to do so.
Facts in the chat.
Go ahead, OG.
No, see.